Good day, this is Ian of IGMCH Perfume Lifestyle Stories. Welcome to my channel, and this channel talks about perfumes. Today, we're going to talk about Antonio Banderas fragrance line. Maraming salamat sa nanonood ng channel ko at dun sa mga loyal subscriber natin dyan, hindi nyo ako talaga pinapabayaan. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. At kung ikaw ay nanonood ng channel ko at hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, mag-subscribe ka na with all notifications para lagi kang updated every time na mag-upload ako ng panibagong videos. Ang video natin ngayon ay hatid ng Hi Vape Shop. Kung ikaw ay mahilig sa vape, punta ka sa description box ko para ma-check mo yung store nila. Nasa description box din makikita yung mga 100% legit perfume stores na binibilhan ko ng mga pabango. I would highly recommend yung Be Your Scent at saka yung Bumblebee 41 na mga legit na perfume stores. Let us talk about Antonio Banderas fragrances. Of course, it is owned by Antonio Banderas. And who is Antonio Banderas? Antonio Banderas is a Spanish-born Hollywood actor that is actually well known for films like Evita, The Mask of Zorro, and many more. Antonio Banderas himself collaborated with the famous House of Puig to create his own fragrance line. Diavolo is his first ever fragrance that was launched in 1997. According to Antonio Banderas, he incorporates his life experiences in his perfumes. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay yung mga Antonio Banderas fragrances na na-encounter ko na. At bibigyan natin sila isa-isa ng feedback. Uunahin ko na yung wala akong bottle representation. Kaya ako walang actual bottle kasi iniregalo ko kasi itong pabangong ito dun sa cousin ko. Shoutout nga pala kay Roylan. The first Antonio Banderas on our list is Power of Seduction. It was launched in 2018. Power of Seduction is an aromatic green fragrance. The prominent notes are green apple, lavender, and patchouli. I can compare it with Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct and Legend by Montblanc. The perfume itself is very sophisticated but also has its own sporty casual appeal. Para sa akin, mas applicable siya sa mga daytime casual events. It is a very good compliment getter. The projection in sillage is on its peak within the first 2 hours. The longevity is more or less 4 to 5 hours. The next Antonio Banderas that we're going to talk about is Antonio Banderas The Golden Secret. It is an aromatic spicy fragrance that was launched in 2011. The prominent notes are pepper, leather, and musk. Napakaganda nung presentation niya as well as dun sa bottle. Meron siyang black and gold motif at makikita mo dun sa unahan niya na meron siyang gold metal plate. Diba? Makikita mo rin yan dun sa Paco Rabanne 1 million. At oo, pati yung amoy nila medyo may pagkakahawig. Medyo magkahawig nga sila ng Paco Rabanne 1 million. Ang kaibahan lang nila ay napaka-sweet ng Paco Rabanne 1 million. At saka, it is more of a clubbing fragrance. Ito kasing The Golden Secret, medyo subtle yung sweetness niya. At saka, kapag suot mo na siya, after 2 to 3 hours, magiging fresh, aromatic, spicy yung dating niya. The Golden Secret is also not as strong as Paco Rabanne's 1 million. So, I would suggest na maaari mo talaga itong gamitin for daytime casual occasions. Hindi kagaya ng Paco Rabanne 1 Million, more on colder weather. Mga night occasions, may pagka-formal. The first 2 hours is its peak for projection and sillage. Longevity is approximate of 5 hours or so. The third fragrance on our list is Blue Seduction. Blue Seduction is a fresh blue fragrance for men that was launched in 2007. Blue Seduction is one of my favorite fragrances. Pag sinabi kong one of my favorite fragrances, I mean sa lahat. Ito kasi yung isa sa mga pabango na napaka-compliment getter. Walang hindi nagkakagusto dito. I personally love the versatility of it. I can always compare it to Versace Man of Fresh and Ferrari Light Essence. Pero hindi siya isang clone. Meron kasi siyang sariling fragrance DNA. The prominent notes are melon, blackcurrant, seawater, and amber. And there is one very interesting note that I can find in Blue Seduction, and it is cappuccino. Although it is a blue fragrance, this cappuccino note makes it very distinct and gives it very much character. Yung cappuccino kasi, mayroon siyang creamy bitter accord that complements well dun sa mga fruity notes na meron dito sa Blue Seduction. Surprisingly, from all of the Antonio Banderas fragrances that I saw, Blue Seduction has the best projection and sillage. Magpo-project siya at maglilive siya ng trail kahit suot mo na siya 5 hours. At yung longevity nito ay up to 7 to 8 hours. At napansin ko lang din mga kaibigan, itong Blue Seduction ay laging sinasuggest ng mga nasa fragrance community dun sa mga beginners na gustong mag-start ng perfume collections. Well, hindi ko sila masisisi. Unang-una, mabango siya talaga. Sabi ko nga, isa ito sa mga pinaka-paborito kong pabango. Sunod, hindi siya kamahalan at madali mo siyang mabili sa online o di kaya naman sa mall. The fourth fragrance that we have is Black Seduction. Was launched in 2009, 2 years after the launch of Blue Seduction. Trivia! Black Seduction was not launched Black Seduction. It was actually launched as Seduction in Black. So, if you're going to see an old vintage bottle with its original name, it's basically the same. Black and Blue Seduction share some fragrance notes like blackcurrant, tonka, amber, and musk. But Black Seduction is very much the opposite of Blue Seduction. Blue Seduction is more of daytime wear fragrance, while Black Seduction is more of colder weather fragrance. Kahit applicable yung Black Seduction for colder weather, hindi nga lang siya ganun ka-impressive in terms of performance. The peak of its projection and sillage is on its 3-hour mark. And the longevity is approximate of 5 to 6 hours. So kapag gamit ko ito, I tend to reapply after every 4 hours para meron akong full-on projection. I can compare the smell of Black Seduction to Armani Code. It's more of clubbing type of fragrance. However, I would prefer to use Black Seduction to more of semi-formal night occasions. The fifth fragrance that we have is King of Seduction. King of Seduction is a woody aromatic fragrance that was launched in 2014. This is very fresh, versatile, and smells like champion. The prominent notes are pineapple, neroli, suede, and musk. This is fruity smelling but still masculine. Most of the people compares it to Paco Rabanne Invictus. Well, nakikita ko yung similarity sa Invictus nitong King of Seduction. Pero para sa akin, it is more of the spicier version of Sculpture by Nikos. Yung Sculpture by Nikos, masyado siyang bata para sa akin. Mas more of younger demographics. Wherein, itong King of Seduction, it is more of 25 and older men. Dahil dun sa prominent notes din niya na ng spice and suede. King of Seduction is one of the fragrances that you can easily pull off. Pwede mo siyang gamitin sa mga pang-araw-araw mong occasions, casual, daytime, at maaring gamitin mo rin siya sa office. For King of Seduction, the projection and sillage is on its peak, on its 2 to 3 hours mark. The longevity is 6 hours or so. Mga kaibigan, 5 yung napag-usapan nating Antonio Banderas fragrance ngayon. Kung meron kang Antonio Banderas sa collection mo, i-share mo naman sa akin at mag-comment ka sa baba. At saka kung nagustuhan mo tong video na to, bigyan mo ko ng like at i-share mo tong video na to sa ibang mga social media platforms. This is again Ian of RGMCH, Perfume Lifestyle Stories. Thank you for watching. This is the end of our video. See ya!